Hi everyone, and this is just for another knowledge for you, like extra knowledge for you about this chapter from chapter 8, mathematical modeling. And okay, compare with our Chinese version for this chapter. Okay, for Chinese version explanation, in this video, I will not explaining too much about this chapter because I don't think you came out to in this year, but in year 2025 or year 2023, okay, it came out one time, and you didn't see it, you cannot identify it. The question is from this chapter because all the question came out here actually is a real world problem, like a real situation. In your life you can use this one, okay, and it's a real world problem, real world situation. So I will not explaining too much, but I will touch an important thing here, okay, because all the paper, all the question all came out in the first part of the topic. Okay, so a mathematical model is a representation of a system or scenario that used to gain qualitative or quantitative understanding of some real-world problems and to predict future behavior. Okay, so there are some components on process of the mathematical process. So first thing, okay, you need to identify and define the problems. I give you a problems, okay, then you need to list out the problems. Okay, what is the problems? You need to let me know, and you need to define the problems. Next, you need to making an assumption and identifying the variables. Okay, every problem can have assumption. Okay, many assumptions also acceptable. Okay, and from the assumption we can make a variables, okay, from the problem, and using mathematics to solve the problems. When we done for our solution, okay, we will verifying and interpreting solution in the context of the problem. Okay, we already solved the problem, we have the solution, but we need to go back to see our question, our problem, and we do a verification if this model is acceptable and it is accessible and it can be translated to the real world situation. Then this problem, this solution, we can use, and later on when one of the variables has some changes, we can refining the mathematical model. So every variable can be changed. Okay, for example, like the rate of interest. Okay, the price of the petrol can be changed anytime, right? And finally, reporting the findings. Untuk bahasa Melayu, okay, Anda perlu kena pastikan dan identifikasikan masalah. Okay, contohnya, okay, jika saya beri kamu satu situasi, satu masalah, kamu kena pasti masalah. Okay, kena pasti masalah, okay, dan membuat antaian dan mengapasti boleh ubah yang boleh dibuat dalam situasi ini, masalah ini, menggunakan matematik untuk selesaikan masalah. Okay, mengesah dan tafsir penyelesaian dalam konteks masalah berkenaan. Okay, kita sudah selesaikan satu masalah, tetapi kita kena balik kepada soalan kita, masalah kita. Okey, adakah solution ini dapat untuk menterjemahkan kepada situasi yang benar ini? Okey, situasi dunia sebenar. Okey, adakah solution ini, okey, jika satu form boleh diubah, okey, solution ini masih dapat digunakan atau tidak? Kita kena tahu, okey, kalau kita sudah ada satu jawapan yang sudah tahu, yang kita memang tahu bahawa solution ini boleh digunakan pakai dan dapat diterjemahkan dalam situasi sebenar, kita dapat memunikan model matematik. Okay, jika satu formula diubah, okay, secara sedikit atau selebih, dan kita boleh buat satu laporan, okay, dalam satu file atau satu teks, okay, untuk buat satu kesimpulan bagi menyelesaikan masalah ini. Ini maksud dia. Okay, and for sure I have prepared one example, but I don't want to explain too much because that is not important for you. But I want to go for the practice. Okay, so usually the question will come out like this. Okay, we give you a situation and you need to identify and define the problem, and you need to determine the assumption that need to be made and identify the variables in solving the problems. Okay, for your information, any assumption, any variables can be acceptable if the assumption and the variables is sensible and is relevant. Andaian ataupun pemberi ubah, andaian dan pemberi ubah yang boleh diterima, okay, boleh ditulis dalam jawapan. Okay, sebab boleh ada banyak andaian yang kamu boleh buat, kamu boleh beri. Okay, jika andaian tersebut, okay, adalah relevan dengan soalan ini, masalah ini, maka jawapan ini adalah benar. So that's what I can say. In Chinese version, I do the whole explanation for this for the example I given here. But in English, I don't have the time and also for the the energy to explain, because I can't use a proper English to explain with you or juga untuk bahasa Melayu. Okay, saya rasa, okay, the explanation here already gives you the idea. Okay, that everything already gives you. Okay, I just extract the example from the textbook. So here are some questions that I do before or I didn't do before, and for information, okay, SPM 2023 came out this chapter one time, okay, and I'm not sure about last year 2025. I seen a question. It's like is similar to this chapter, but I don't think it's the chapter that I state just now. Okay, it is about a family. Okay, got two family. Okay, they want to choose a package for the camping or like a hostel or a hotel lah. I'm not sure, but okay, I think it's a hotel lah. Okay, hotel, and got two package. Okay, and need to do something to have the report that the answer lah. Okay, so I think it's chapter in this chapter, but I don't think it's in this chapter, because sometimes some question seems like in this chapter, but it's not, it's different chapter. Okay, so you can see SPM 2023, he kept out this question, weird a question like this. You see this chapter actually is from 5 to the 6, right? But actually it's not. Actually it's from the chapter, but extend to the from 5 to the 8. It extend to it. So many teachers say that in 2024, this question, this kind of chapter, this chapter will not get out in SPM. So trial, no question given. No teacher came out this question. And also for 2025. But in 2025, I seen the question, but I don't think it's lah. So I think I already explained all the things here. So if you are not interested on seeing this investigation or kajian, all this video is not helping you. Okay, it just make you more confused. So if you are very confident in the chapters before this chapter, you can just skip it. Okay, just skip it and focus on the chapter that you know. This chapter, okay, if does not give you a big marks, you can just skip up for this chapter. So that's all from today. Okay, I need to teach the Form 4 students. So if you're in SPM session season, okay, I hope you can get a good result and study hard, then you can get a good result lah. Okay, so that's all I will teach Form 4. Bye bye.